All right, all right. Good evening, everyone. For all these Christians out there, this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice because we got paid yesterday. All right. So here's what everybody. It is a wonderful, wonderful privilege to be here this evening to share some of what Cashfx has done for me, to bring on some of my business friends that I met in this space to share some value with you. So everyone, I will just share a little bit about myself for those who don't know. My name is Mark Daniels. All right. I was raised in Guyana, a small mining village. Okay. So I was raised there, and the norm was that you go to school, and when you fed up, you drop out and you go into the mines. All right. And or you go to school, and when you graduate, you go to the mines. So you still end up in the mines. And of course, all the mines needed was I saw how hard it was for my family, and I did not want that for myself. All right. I did not want that for myself. I did not want that for my family. And I did not know how I was going to get out of it. But I knew that I was going to. At the age of 16 years old, I left my mother's house. All right. I left my mother's house to go and work and study. Boy, that was hard. That was really, really hard. So, over the years, I had a couple of jobs. And at age 23, of course, now for all the Grenadians people here, yes, I was raised in Guyana and I'm living in Grenada presently. All right. So I got a few jobs, and age 23, this is where everything changed for me. This is where everything changed for me, because I realized that my life is not going the way I had planned it to go. I did not know what was happening. So I sit down with myself and I said, Mark, what's going on with you, boy? What really happening to you? All right. So I was on a job. I was a supervisor at the time. And one of my co-worker came and bring me a book. You know what that book was called? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, I read the book once. I was like, what is going on here? And I read it again. So I went to him. I was like, hey boy. Well, he was a bit younger than me. So I was like, hey boy, where get that book? So he was like, you want the next one? I said, which one? He said, Business of the 21st Century. So he brought that book to me again, and I read that book. Listen, at that time, I was about 22 years old, right? So I was studying, I was furthering my study because I wanted to become a doctor. All right, that was my aim. I was going after that. So, I got into the biology program, chemistry, and all these wonderful stuff. Got into them. I was doing great until I read those two books. So at 23 years old, I didn't know much about what was happening. I left my job. And I said, here's what I'm going to put all my savings into some investments. So I decided that I'm going to put my savings and I'm going to do some rentals. So I bought a couple of vehicles, and because we're living in Grenada, tourism, it is very, we depend upon tourism over there almost 100%. All right. So of course, tourists coming in, and they want the nice vehicles and things to go around the island. So I was like, okay, I got them right here. And boy, for a couple of months, all my vehicles out. I paying off my bills and everything running nicely. And then boom, COVID-19. COVID-19 struck. You know what happened there? My investment was dust. So for those people, I learned something yesterday, and I'm going to share it with you. For some of the people that are here, that when COVID-19 struck, you had financial difficulties. It is because money was redirected. Money never left the earth. I learned that yesterday. I learned that yesterday. Money never left the earth. It was redirected. So if you find yourself having money problems in COVID-19, you need to check your position. Check what you're doing, because you need to find where money was redirected and get yourself on board. All right. So let's continue the story. So all my investment, everything, well, not every single thing went down, but most of it. All right, most of my investment went down. And about 3 months into the pandemic, this young man from Trinidad and Tobago, he came to me with a business opportunity. At the time, but I wanted to do something where I could get back that money that I invested. Yeah, I really wanted to do something I could get back the money. And in order for me to get that contract to get into this business opportunity, I needed to acquire Bitcoin, and I could not have done that from Grenada, but we went around and we tried to see what was happening, and that just fell through. I was ready to get started, but it fell through. My focus went back into trying to make a business work that was not designed for the time and what was happening. I went back to try to get a business to work that was not designed for the situation at the time. So I just caused myself more headache because I didn't know what to do. All my money gone by. I was like, whoo, all of that money. All right. So then I saw some friends getting involved into the business as well. I was like, hey, what going on here? I called Nico one time. I said, yo, what going on there, boy? I find something happening there. Sign me up one time. And I got signed up immediately. And guess what? That was 10 months after, people. That was 10 months after. That young man was doing great things in the business, still is doing great things. When he came to me with that opportunity, it was the right time. But like many of us, when opportunity come, we are poor. We pass over opportunities repeatedly. And I did it too. So guess what happened? I started the business, and it's about 7 months I've been into the business. I did not start sharing the business immediately. I was a bit, not too convinced, not believing. But guess what, people? I have seen what this business has done for me, doing for people currently. I know where it's going. I know the potential, and I'm going to take full advantage of it. That person that invited me and brought this opportunity to me, I'm going to invite him now to share a little bit of what the business has done for him, and he would share a little bit about himself. That person is no other than Nicholas Bagwandine. Nico, take the floor, buddy.
Yes. I'm happy too, brother. I'm happy too. Guys, well, you heard it. My name is Nicholas Bagwanin, but I just want to re-emphasize that fact. He had this team called Wake Up World, and he had a moment. 10 months passed, and he had a moment. He was looking to make back this money, and then time passed, and he saw more people getting involved, more people enjoying this thing. This thing's stirring up all over the place, and then you know what? He had that wake up moment, and he got started. And let me tell you this: when I got started, May the 12th, 2020, I didn't know what this whole thing about. I didn't understand anything, but it was after 8 in the night. I didn't know who this Salim Mohammed was. All I know, I sent him the money, and I hope and pray he didn't run away with no money, right? And I'm being really, I say, wait, I just send this money to this person. Who is this man? But no problem. After 8, I find the time passing, and hey, what happening here? I ain't seen nothing. I ain't get any email. I ain't get no confirmation. But check this out. After 3 business days, that was a Tuesday. After 3 business days was a Friday. I started to earn. On a Saturday, I received a little money. I get an email saying, hey, you get commission. But what I do? Nothing. From that same Saturday, I sit down on a chair and on YouTube whole day. I didn't know it had presentations going on. I was just on YouTube watching to study this thing, because at that point, I was looking for something. But let me tell you this. Unlike Mac, who was driven to become a doctor, if it is you are driven to become a doctor and great things, I'm happy for you. But I know many of there are many persons who can relate to my story as well, in terms of me being settled, me being mediocre. That's the kind of person I was. And now being aligned with business partners like, hey, Mr. Mac Daniels, who I had the privilege of spending a few days about a week ago. And, we had a grand time and sharing ideas, sharing vision, and being able to build up and add value to each other. Now, I'm not that settling person anymore. And it's only because of what this business has done for me, one, and who it has aligned me with. What I'm saying is, apart from getting paid every single Saturday, it allows me to meet some great individuals. And check this out. August 2020, got this message from the same Salim Mohammed, who I never met before. All I used to tell him, hey, I have a 300 sign up, because I doing my thing on my own. I say, all right, I'm going to make this work. I was determined. So all he hearing from me is, I have a 300 sign up. Where to send this money to? I have a 500 sign up. Where to send this money to? And that was all the relationship that we had. That was basically how the conversation go. One time I talk more words and I say, hey, I really want to appreciate your service. He could remember that. And after that, it was August. He said, hey, we just had a serious meeting. We want to take this business to the next level. I want to bring you on board. From that point on, we started stepping things up. We started building a relationship. And I'm so happy that we did, because here it is, we can now line, we can go on a Sunday evening and chill, knowing that, hey, Saturday we get paid. Knowing that, hey, there will soon come a time that while it is he's experiencing that, because you would hear his story, there would come a time for us who we could say, hey, money is not an issue. And we know that so many people are struggling with that. I was a person, probably about a few months ago, was fed up and frustrated of feeling like I'm not able to provide for my family. And this is something that I've never spoken out publicly. So here you're getting the full story. And me feeling like that and having this opportunity in my hand, it just made sense. And I just pushed it even more, because here it is, I can do so much more than just provide for my family. I can help the community, I could help Trinidad and Tobago, I could help the world, because now we could travel and we could help people. Hey, this is the opportunity. Apart from just giving people money, I could give people an opportunity and say, hey, you could do the very same thing. And this is what it is we come to give to you tonight. Yeah, so the person who would have led me through it all and would have paved the way for me to, be doing these presentations and talking in these nice words and all of these different things like that is none other than this person who I never met before. And I had this kind of strange feeling in the beginning, but warm feeling now is none other than Mr. Salim Mohammed. Take it away, bro.
All right, yeah. Some lovely testimonies here. People are hearing this. No better place to be on a Sunday night. You're hearing real stories and you're hearing an opportunity to make money. Yeah. So good night, everyone. My name is Salim Mohammed. Welcome to the invited guests. I would like to thank Mark and Nicholas for the invite again. And we are here to talk about business, right? So just before I get into the nitty-gritty, why these fellas tell you to come here tonight, why all the guests, why all the invitees, I'm just going to give a little background of the where we are here and why we are here right now. So guys, in a nutshell, I had an awesome job, above average paying job at a reputable company. We was doing okay, far as I concern, paying the bills comfortably. And my good friend of mine, who you guys will hear from a little later on, yes, we were comfortable, but money is not everything. Freedom have plenty to do with it. And not being able to use your time on your own means is very important. And the fact that we couldn't be able to do that, we always looked for something that could take us away from that, take us away from the rat race. You know the word for it is the rat race, right? So my good friend, he would have found something and he said, hey, Slim, I'll find something. He signed up on the 10th, I signed up on the 11th. Yeah, we are too sure where we get ourselves involved in at that point in time, but we took our chance, we took our risk. You know, the only way to make money is to spend money, right? And that's what the saying goes, right? So I left it alone. He dived in, he said, this thing looking very stable, you know, Slim. I said, well, you dig in and you know, you're gonna give me a little feedback. And he dug in. He didn't dig. He go on and get an excavator and he went deep and he dug and he dug and he is very successful at this point in time. So a couple months after now, I find, well, you know, this thing, same thing like what Nicholas experienced, it's going, it's consistent, it's producing these said results. These people are doing what they say they are going to do. So, you know, I touch him on the shoulder and I say, brother, what's going on? Let me dive in a little more into this and find out what's going on. But I'm still skeptical. I'm still skeptical because I was wired in a certain way, to think a certain way, to reach to work for a certain time. Don't do this, don't do that. You know, I'm accustomed with instructions, right? So I'm skeptical about the business and I say, well, still can't be real. Test the system, do what it had to do, put in money, withdraw, upgrade, 200%, whatever. All these things would make sense just now, right? 6 months would have passed. I tell one or two people. I can't lie about that. I tell one or two people, close people, my brother, my close friends. You know, people if they lose their money, they wouldn't, you know, pull up by my gate and, you know, with a tree line or something like that. Yeah, people who wouldn't do that. So no problem. 6 months pass. COVID jamming, hardcore, place locked down. But I have an essential job. And I was placed in some compromising positions that I really didn't like, you know, as well as the person you're going to hear from. And we say, hey, time to get out of this. So said, so done. I didn't get out of it by myself. I was kind of forced out of the system, which I have no regrets to today. Yeah. Last month would have made it a year. I have not been 12 months. I'm out of the working world. And I'm proud to say that, right? Did I get any opportunities? I got several opportunities. I got several opportunities to enter the work world, right? But I chose not to go back because of what this company afforded me. Paying my bills very comfortably, helping people. This organization is over 1,100 strong right now, and we are continuously going. This company is over 10,000 in the Caribbean and the region, over 300,000 worldwide, and this is the kind of magnitude the company has right now. Yeah, so it has been a steady uphill. It has little bumps on the road like any startup company, but what I'll tell you, I believe I made the right decision. Yeah, and I stand by that decision, and it has worked out financially. Words cannot express that. You see that freedom factor? Words cannot express that, right? So guys, let me run into some stuff here right now to let you know why you are here right now. Why you are here right now? Why are you taking in this presentation right now? And we will go into it. So a few things I want you to remember as we dive in. One, this is not something where you have to bring in people. Yeah, so get out of your mind one time. This is not one of those things where you have to bring 2 and bring 3 or anything. It's nothing to do with that. There are no monthly subscriptions or fees or anything like that. You put in money, you let the company do what they need to do. There are no mandatory meetings. These events we are having are totally optional. You know, if you want to attend, you attend. Once you are part of this, there are no mandatory meetings to attend. Everything is optional. And then, yes, we are in the Forex market, but you have no physical trading to do. So basically, it's like putting your money in the bank. Yeah, just with better returns. So how do you get started? You have to purchase a contract. Cashfx made this business a contractual agreement between you and the company. The plan is put in what you can afford, let the company do what they need to do, and keep upgrading your contract to the larger size contract. In that way, you see your money working for you. So You can start at the lowest contract or whatever you can afford and keep upgrading. So the contracts goes like this. You can move from 300 to 500 to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. It's in USD. Now, these first 5 contracts would give you access to Forex education as well. Again, the education is totally optional if you want to use it, but you get Forex education as well. Now, the first 5 contracts will carry you to the basics of Forex education, right? After that, you go a little more advanced into Forex education, and it starts from 5,000, goes to 7,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. Again, we are talking USD here. And yes, you can start at any one of these contracts and keep upgrading from contract to contract. Then you have the big boys, right? Starting from 30,000, going 40, 50, 70, and then you have the gold standard of 100,000. That is the largest size contract you can own with Cashfx. And this last set of contracts is where you are exposed to the highest level of Forex education if you choose to follow the education. Good. So there are 15 contracts in Cashfx. You can start with anyone. You can only own one. Once you purchase one of these contracts, I'll take you to the compensation plan. So you purchase one of these contracts, you're going to earn money passively. What does passively means? Not doing anything. And we call it bare capital. So you purchase one of these contracts, the traders trade for you, you get money every single Saturday. Again, next week will make it 2 years I've been in this organization, and they have never missed a Saturday payout. Never. Yeah? So that is how you earn bare capital. Now, if you decide to go a little further and bring in people into this business, or what we call networking, you get money from the bull capital side of the business, where you are rewarded for every person you bring into the business. Yeah? So guys, you can go about this business in 2 ways. One, I like to explain it like this. You can treat this like a savings plan, put in your money, get to the largest size contract, and then get a lump sum of money at the end. Yeah? Or you can make this active income and do the networking side of the business and get money residually. So the options are yours. Savings plan, active income. The choice is yours. Now, once you decide to activate bull capital, you will be earning points, and these points goes towards your different rank where you can gain rank in the business. But let me break down what happens to a contract when you purchase it. So let's say you purchase the 1,000 USD contract. We'll use this as an example because it's easy for maths, right? You purchase a 1,000 USD contract. 70% of this money goes towards the company's trading account. This is where they would be trading your money for you. 70% goes into the company's broker that is fully regulated and authorized to do what they are doing. Yeah? So they go in and take this money and start to trade it now. Trade it fair. So every week they trade, Monday to Friday or Sunday to Sunday, as the case may be. The earnings are placed in your balance, right? So the contractual agreement between you and Cashfx is in terms of money, not in terms of time. So if you purchase a 1,000 USD contract, they will trade this money for you, the 700, until you have 2 times the amount, which is $2,000 in this example. Now, don't get me wrong, the 15 contracts all will work the same way. Again, I'm using the 1,000 USD for ease of mathematics. So they will trade this money for you up until $2,000. And then what? You have basically two or three options, right? Your first option is you are 2,000. When you withdraw, you have a 20% fee to pay. Don't be alarmed about the fee. The fee is for the people of the business, which I will also explain. You would remain with $1,600. You can take that $1,600 and walk away from the business. There are no strings attached. So it comes like you get back your 1,000 and you get $600 profits. That is good business, right? Take that money and you can walk away from the business. That's your first option. Your second option, you reach 2,000, you withdraw, you remain with 1,600. You pocket 600 and you buy back the 1,000 USD. A lot of people like to do this for ease of mind, to break the ice. Well, I get back a little more than 50% of my money. I'm feeling a little more comfortable. A lot of people like to do this. Nothing wrong with that. And the third option is once you have enough money to go to the next level, the next contract, the higher size contract, you keep upgrading your contract. So you're taking your profits and you're putting it back in to get to the larger size contract. Obviously, if they're trading more money for you, you earn a lot more money in a shorter space of time. And that is your third option. 30% of your money goes towards the bull capital side of the business, where the person that brought you in will receive half of that as a fast start bonus. And then the other half of that 30% goes for the other people above that person in what we call uni-level bonus. Now, if you decide to bring in people into the business or enter into this networking world, you can also earn up to 200% on this side. In this example, that is $2,000, right? So the next slide is why this makes a whole lot of sense. So follow me here. This is a simulation of how you can get from any size contract basically to the larger size contract, right? But we will start from the minimum, which is 300 USD. So let's say you purchase a 300 USD contract. They are trading 70% of that for you. Good? So they're trading that money for you every week. All the profits going in your balance. So when you accumulate $250 now, you're going to click that magical button called upgrade. They will withdraw, 20% will come out, 200 would be added to your 300, and you would be upgraded to a 500 USD contract. When you are the 500, they do the same thing. You accumulate 625, you click that upgrade button. You go to the 1000, and you keep doing that. Now, we don't really get less than 5%, right? Which you would see very shortly. And if you keep upgrading like this, every time you have enough, you upgrade. Every time you have enough, you upgrade. And we keep getting this 5%. It will take you just over 5 years to get a $100,000 contract from a 300 USD contract. As simple as that. Now, our monies are traded on the Forex market. Yeah? Which is the largest financial market there is, by a group of very stable traders who watch the markets from Monday morning to Friday evening. Good? So what does this mean? What does this mean? How much money am I leaving the company with? How much can I get in this 5-year period? Yeah? So follow me here. This is the money you would have earned. 250 to get to the 500, 625 to get to the 1000, 1250 to get to the 2000, and so on, so on, so on. So collectively, you would have earned $124,625. Good? Now, this would get you to the 100,000 contract. When you are the 100,000 contract, now they will carry you to 200%, which is 200,000. But you remember, you have to take away the money that you put back into the business to reach to the 100,000 contract, which is $124,625. Therefore, you would end up with $75,375. When you withdraw this, you pay a 20% fee. You are walking away with $60,300. Now, friends and family, how much people we have on this call? 97 people. You show me a platform where 300 USD can turn to 60,300 USD in a 5 to 6 year period. I would sit down. You will get my attention. You would get my attention. So we are here tonight to let you know this has worked for us. And this is just passive money I'm speaking about. The guy who's going to speak after beat off the 100,000 contract in 9 months. In fact, he's challenging anybody to make that faster than him right now. That is the newest challenge we have. In 9 months, it's very possible. It's real examples. So we like to show numbers. We don't just like to talk. We show everything, right? Now, this 20% that you're paying, it goes into something called a force matrix, right? Everybody fills a spot in the matrix. Like it or not. You sign up, you fill a spot. Doesn't matter if you're bringing in people or you're not bringing in people. The matrix increases 3 times the amount every row. So the first row is 3 people, then 9, 27, 81, and it keeps going like that. But you fill a spot. But the matrix always fills. Remember, I tell you, it's over 300,000 people in this business right now, and it keeps increasing. So like it or not, you will have people underneath you that fill a spot. Every single person that withdraws money from Cashfx, that 20% goes into here and pays everybody and flows up. So like it or not, you're going and get money from the matrix sooner or later. Good. So let me talk some results. Last week, we'd have gotten back 5.04%, which means if you had the smallest contract, you'd have earned at least $10 US for the week. If you had a 500, you earn $17. But collectively, for the month of October, we earned 21.12%. So even if you have the smallest contract, you still get $44 US. This is passive money. Remember the 4 things. You have to bring in nobody, you have no meeting to attend, you have no trading to do, and you have no monthly subscriptions or fees or anything like that to pay. Passive money. Yeah. So year to date, we are up 219.81%. 219.8. I can't make these up. I can't make this up. This is real stuff. 2020 was simply amazing. 329.55, which everybody would have benefited from that. We most certainly did. We did not lose out on that. Yeah? So it's never too late. Good. Now, friends, I'm going to talk about something here that may be new to everyone, but it's information for everybody. So now, how do we get started into this business? Right? So the company chose a method called Bitcoin, which is a cryptocurrency. At first, I had some knowledge of it because I was in trading. I have been involved in trading since 2016, but I couldn't fully grasp why they chose Bitcoin as the method of payment, and you get paid in Bitcoin. Now, mind you, all your money in your back office, everything that I showed you here is in USD. Bitcoin is the method of funding your contract, and you get paid. Why? Right? So we have some fun facts about Bitcoin here, but in a nutshell, let me break it down for you. Bitcoin eliminates the middleman. When I say the middleman, the governments and the central banks. When you move Bitcoin, it goes from wallet to wallet. You get your money from person to person. It eliminates that middle person. So you are in total control over your funds. And then it clicked to me now, this makes perfect sense. Now, where is this money stored? It's stored on a global network. Computers worldwide, which we call miners all over the world. And it's a public network where you see everything. Yeah. So your money moves from wallet to wallet, but it's totally protected from person to person. So it makes total sense. Nobody knows your business. Yeah. So to get started, I showed you the 15 contracts. We have different. If you don't have access to Bitcoins, we have methods of getting Bitcoins. We give you the TTD or USD conversion, and get the coins for you. After that, you will have to get a referral link. So all guests of Mark Daniels who are signing up after this call, you need to have that referral link from Mark. You cannot sign up for Cashfx no other way, right? Get the referral link, and then after we send the payment, bam, bam, bam. You can sign up tonight if you want. And you're inside. How do you get your money now? It's easy to sign up. I know a lot of people thinking this right now. It's easy to sign up, but how are I getting back my money? Your monies are paid in Bitcoin. It comes to your wallet, which we will teach you. When it reaches your wallet, the easiest way is to reach out to the leaders of the business, and we would gladly change that. So we give you a wallet address, you send the money first, we give you the TTD or USD or Grenadian, whatever currency you want, straight into your bank account. If you don't want to have any dealings with us, we would also put you on to some third-party exchanges where you can also liquidate the money into fiat money, if that is what you so desire. Easy stuff, tested and proven over and over and over again. That is why we talk about this business with confidence. 2 years going strong, and it's simply amazing. It's something for everyone to be a part of. Right, guys? So that was my contribution for tonight. I hope it reached you guys in welcoming hands, and I hope you all had an open mind about it. It certainly did change our lives, and it will do a lot more for you. So guys, buckle up. The next speaker I'm going to bring on, this fella not normal. He's a pioneer in the space. We both started together, but he took the bull by the horn and he rode that. In fact, I don't know where he is right now. I think he's somewhere in Tobago or something, right? But this guy is a mastermind in his space, and he's not stopping right now. He's on a mission to help as much people as possible, right? So with no further ado, my good friend and business partner, Mr. Sion Lazar, the floor is yours, sir.
A pleasant night, everyone. Now, forgive my attire. You realize all these other gentlemen are very sharp. Obviously, I was not given the memo, but still representing the brand, Cashfx Group, the Billionaire Club, right? So Mark, awesome presentation. Nicholas, awesome presentation. I love the haircut. And Salim, well, sharp as usual. But again, we have to talk to you all about this, laser thing afterwards. Right, people? I mean, you got a lot of information. We always say men lie, women lie, but numbers never lie. And Salim did a good job to show you all the numbers. Now, nothing is more real to me than people. So after seeing all the numbers, it comes down to people. Mark would have invited a lot of you all here. Mr. Bagwandin would have invited people here, and you would know what they represent. And that's what this is about. For Salim Mohammed, when I introduced him to the business, he knows what I represent. And the same thing for the people that he would have told about the business. Now, where Cashfx Group is concerned, the people that represent us, which is Mr. Oscar Lopez and Mr. Edwin Abad, we hold them in very high esteem. Every single thing they said that they were going to do, they did it. Mr. Mohammed could attest, Mr. Daniels could attest, Mr. Bagwandin could attest. What we could also attest to is when the hard times hit, because we had some challenges, just like everything else in life, we had some challenges, and we saw them grind through this thing and do what they said that they were going to do. And that is what makes this real for me, the people that's involved in it. So people, it's not just, gentlemen coming here to present something. We represent truth, we represent transparency, because the watchwords for Cashfx Group are transparency, honesty, and respect. And I hold that close to my heart. So as Salim would have mentioned, I'm not playing with this business at all. My mission right now, because I'm indifferent when it comes to money, right? I'm not driven by money at all. I want to see the people around me become their best possible selves. And financial freedom allows you the opportunity to do that. When you're no longer chasing the dollar, but chasing identifying self, learning self, exploring self, then you start to live. Anything else other than that, you're chasing the dollar. And once you chase the dollar, you're going to chase it until you die. So what Cashfx Group represents, it represents an instrument that gives you passive returns on a daily basis without you having to do anything. It doesn't get any better than that. I will be honest, Cashfx Group was introduced to me indirectly. I was eavesdropping. I live in a corner house, so I was Mako in Trinidad terms, right? I was Makoing. And I heard 0 to 3% returns a day. I heard a broker with over 25 years experience coupled with AI technology. I was like, hold on, this can't be real. The regulations was 4 regulatory bodies regulating the broker. If I could have signed up the day before, after hearing it that day, I would have signed up the day before. But people, for me, it was a no-brainer because I played trader before, and I lost thousands of US. You could ask Salim, I told Salim, hey, I'm not doing that trading thing again. So when I heard that someone was going to do it on my behalf, I signed up immediately. And people, 2 years later, Nicholas could attest. Mr. Daniels could attest. Mr. Salim could more than attest because they saw the boy looking. Salim wasn't looking so a few months ago, So definitely this business is working. So I'm just here to represent possibility. I started this business in November of 2019. And 1 year later, I was able to resign my job. Yes, in 9 months, I reached the $100,000 contract, but I was in disbelief that I was making that amount of money passively. After doing conventional business for years, after doing the job, just over broke for years, in a short space of time, I was able to become financially free. It was mind-boggling. My good friend and business partner, he said, Sion, you still working there, boy? Yeah, the $100,000 contract, you could walk. And I couldn't conceptualize that. And one day, after going through a lot of pressure, Salim would have mentioned a lot of pressure and oppression and struggles with work, I was like, hold on, what are you going through this for? And I took pen to paper and I started doing some proper math because remember, numbers don't lie. I was like, Sion, are you stupid? You're still driving from Arima to Point 14 and you're financially free, boy. Financial freedom is when your passive income supersedes your monthly expenses. So people just like yourself right now, you're wondering, I wonder if this thing is really real, boy. That money was coming in my back office every weekend, every Saturday, and I was still in disbelief. So I understand when people suffer from this thing called paralysis of analysis. You get a whole heap of information, Mr. Bagwandin present, Mr. Mohammed present, Mr. Daniels present. It sounds real good, but you're going to analyze. And 2022 going to meet you and you're still analyzing. Yeah, that's paralysis of analysis. The only thing I know that sits on an egg and waits for it to hatch is a chicken. I am not a chicken. So as soon as I heard about Cashfx Group, that egg, I catch it one time. I plant that seed immediately. For me, I started this business on the passive side. I didn't understand this whole network marketing thing and build capital and all of that. I didn't understand that at all. Passively, and I went to Salim one. I said, Salim, I found something that's working for us without us having to do anything. He said, you're in your life. And he signed up. He didn't even check it. My business partner said, Sion, you need to take close attention, pay close attention to the bull capital side of this. I say, hey, I'm not interested in that because you see them two to get two things, I'm not interested in it. That's what I saw it as. And you know what? I had friends. Salim is my friend. I have other friends, probably when he called, I went and I shared with them and I got this fast start and uni-level bonus. People, that's 15% as Salim would have shown you, 15% of the person's contract. Now Salim and the other person, they're not fronting, so they didn't start with no $300 contract. They started at 2,000 USD, 1,000. 15% of 2,000 USD was 300 USD. That money hit my back office in my balance. I got an email. And I started cold sweat, I started palpitate because I am telling myself, Sion, where that come from? I called my business partner immediately. I said, hey, Mr. Vane, what's going on here? Because the Trinidad people, Gary Griffith was getting on bad at the point in time. Sorry for calling his whole name. He was getting on bad. I did not want to get locked up for taking money that is not mine. He had to explain to me how it worked. And I realized, Sion, you simply shared this with your good friends and you got a fast start bonus of 15% of your contract. Why not share it more? And people, that's how I was able to do what I did. No brainer. Share this business that is helping people in the midst of global pandemic and you are rewarded for it. So the truth is this. Mark started off by telling you all that money never left the earth, it's been redirected. The truth is this, in the midst of all these businesses, 7,000 businesses or probably more in Trinidad and Tobago, and we don't know how much ever in the world, I don't have a count of how much in the world, doing conventional business, we're talking about the industrial age business, shut down because of COVID-19. Salim Mohammed was doing 15,000 USD within business while that was happening. I have an organization, I'm doing 150,000 USD worth in business while this whole COVID thing is going on. We're not boasting here and we're showing you where the money went. It went into businesses of the 21st century. So people, we are saying, yes, the passive side is awesome with this, but we also have a mechanism in this that is working for us and has Mr. Mohammed looking the way he looks right now. Right, so people, if you want to look like that, you know what to do. So people, again, most times the challenge with people is starting the journey. With Cashfx, you plant that seed. If you're just interested in the passive side, as Salim would have showed you, you just use the balance accumulated by the broker trading on your behalf. You pay no monthly subscriptions and you just upgrade, and reach the 100,000. If you want to come and supersede what Mr. Lazard did, which I think it's possible, but your tongue going to be hanging out your mouth, right? It's possible you can activate bull capital and get there in a shorter space of time. Instead of taking you how much, 5 to 7 years, you reach there in a shorter space of time. So that's the options you have with this. So people, again, you have some, some top of the line gentlemen here sharing this awesome opportunity with you. Do not suffer from paralysis of analysis. Get on board today, get off the fence. So Mr. Mohammed, Mr. Daniels, Mr. Bagwandin, thank you very much for having me on your call, and to all the guests, enjoy the rest of your night. Take care, everyone.
All right, awesome. Nicholas, Salim, Sion, thank you very much for all those information that you give. People, what you waiting for? In this pandemic, we had a lot of challenges. Unless you own a grocery, a pharmacy, or a hospital or something like that, you had some challenges with money. All right, we had some challenges for money. And here we see where the money went. Business money went online. It is cryptocurrency now. You need to take advantage of that. You need to wake up. And if you didn't wake up with all that information you just got, then something is wrong. Something has to be wrong. So people, I just want to thank you very much for letting us your time to be here to listen to this information that can benefit you. This launch, this wake-up call was not for me. It was for you. So hear what? Anyone that is on here that ready to get started, just contact the person immediately after this call. Immediately after this call and get started. Do not suffer from paralysis of analysis. All right. So folks, have a wonderful evening. You can reach out to the person that brought you onto this call and they're going to get you sign up immediately, answer your questions. Of course, I am here. You can message me anytime, call me anytime. As long as I'm there, I'm going to answer you. So have a wonderful Sunday night and we will touch base next week. All right. Looking forward for your responses. Again, thank you, Salim. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you, Sion. And have a wonderful evening.